Okay, I don't know why this hit me in such a weird way, but day 15, I think it is, but I was just like, I think I was looking at Luke Belmar. I saw a story post from him, and it was like, Christ is coming in Spanish on a thing, and I'm like, man, this dude's just like traveling. I think about Luke, and I'm like, dang, it's like a hardworking dude. His story is wild, and he's a dude that did what it took to get where he wanted to go. And I don't know. I think I was just kind of like, um, man, like I look up to that determination. I look up to that um, willingness, that dedication, and there's also a calmness about him, and yet like a sharpness about him that I'm like admire. And I don't know. I just kind of hit me as I was sitting there. I was like, why? I was like, man, like I want to be more like that. And it came to me of like, wait, I do want to be more like that. Like I could be more like that. Like, who do I want to become? Like, what kind of person? What kind of life? What do I wake up to? What do I do? What do I surround myself with? How are people impacted by my presence, by my words, by my reach? And I don't know, for some reason I think it just really hit me now of like, who do I want to become? In just a very different way of like, who you become is extremely flexible. Extremely flexible. There are things that you're hardwired with and that are just like hard coded into who you are by just the way you're created. But you are so moldable. And it's not a question of will you be molded, it's just a question of what molds you. Is it going to be the things outside yourself, or is it going to be you intentionally molding yourself and your environment? I was talking to my therapist, and I was kind of asking him at the end, I was like, I'm reading this book on ADD, and I've been seeing you for a long time. If you had to give me like a rundown, or if you were like passing me off to another therapist and you wanted to give them a rundown on me, what would that look like? Like, what would you say are kind of the main things that we keep like coming back to, like working inside of? Like, this is like the root. There's so many things that come from that root. Like, what are some of the roots that you see? And one of the biggest things he said was, your upbringing was very painful, and your family of origin, not just for you, but for everyone in your family of origin. And the biggest thing being, you don't realize to what extent that pain and that environment has shaped how you view yourself and how you view the world. It's like this filter that was pre-made for you that you didn't have a choice about. And now that you do have a choice about. So, I don't know. It's just really like, and now as I'm looking at like the next year, and like, what do I want to do? Like, do I want to sell the business? Do I want to? Yeah, it was like talking to ChatGPT and running some numbers, and what's the business worth now? What is it worth if we sell? What is it worth if we get SOPs tighter, get less owner involvement, get our MRR up? Like, what does it look like to sell? What does it look like in 6 months? What does it look like in 6 years? It's really making me think about the future. It's making me think about the person I want to be. In a completely different way. I don't think I've ever... It's very rare that I've truly considered the future. I think as a kid, like, I just always thought I was gonna die young, honestly. Like, I was convinced I wasn't making it past my, past 17. And then, once I was past 17, I was convinced, or no, I was at 16. Yeah, I was convinced I wouldn't make it past 16. Like, deathly convinced. Like, you could have, like, had demonic dreams. It was crazy. I was, like, 100% sure I was gonna, yeah, just fall over before then. And then I was so wrecked by my past drug usage that and just the things I was doing, of course, during that time of using, like, I just wasn't thinking about the future. And then once I was getting out of it, it took so long for me to, like, get back to having, like, a normal, like, no panic attacks, no PTSD attacks, no no more usage, no more addictions. Like, there's so much, like, getting out of that it was just a day-to-day, like, it was just a day-to-day thing. Like, there was no thought about the future beyond, like, the next, like, month, 2 months, on a very intentional level. It was almost like myself was, like, just disjointed and, like, fractured in a way, because there was, like, this part of me that was like, I don't ever want to work in a cubicle. Like, I want to be able to get out of 9 to 5. But there's this other part that was just like, I just live today, and, like, I don't even think about the future, really. Like, I just am trying to survive. So it feels like now, yeah, I remember having a moment, like, a couple months ago, that I literally just got wrecked. I think I made a video, not here, but, like, for myself, for family and kids. Like, I was just wrecked. Like, I didn't really realize, like, what 10 years in the future means and how long that is. And I just never, like, I feel like I got to, like, get a glimpse of what 10 years in the future, like, feels like and looks like and means, like, to me. And then, like, 40 years was, like, unbelievable and, like, not comprehensible. But it being 4 times the 10 years in the future was, like, mind-blowing. Just never really considered the future like that. And like I said, I think just being in survival mode, like, sympathetic nervous system, like, just like, yeah. Yeah. Who do you want to become? Because you get to make a choice. You get to have a choice in that. You don't get to have a choice in becoming something, because you will become something. You just get to have a choice as to whether you want to be intentional about who you become. So, just want to be more intentional. More intentional, for sure. Yeah. So, that's the thoughts. I'm gonna go think about that. Love you guys. See ya.